Alrighty, guys and girls, welcome back. Another episode, Mart's Weld Shop. This will be part 3 of the LS1 build or whatever I'm doing. Spruce up, if you want to call it that. I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. Just going to show you guys. I'm going to get started on these trunnions, this upgrade kit. So the kit that I got was from, I'll show you here, Michigan Motorsports, their brand or whatever. The last brand I got was like RHS or something. I don't remember. I got a sticker somewhere, but pretty much this is what we got here. Like brass bushings and these doodads here. The actual trunnion. So there's no bearings in this setup like the old ones. I already got one blown out here. Just trying it out. Exploded all over the floor. Needle bearings everywhere. It's been a while. I didn't remember. So now I got me a catch box. So this is what we got left over here of the old ones. And the old things that, held the bearings in. Which, maybe these were better than the normal stock ones. Because I don't remember them being captured like that. Maybe, I don't remember. But that was the whole reason for this kit, is to not have that chance of little needle bearings going flying through your motor. So basically what I got here, it's a big socket. This one's the flavor of a 21 millimeter. I don't know, just get something close, guys. This one's a 12 millimeter. And we're basically pushing the trunnion into the big one. And that's basically how that's gonna work. Something like this. And then this will push through. I'm just using a vise. They're like, you gotta get a installation taker-aparter tool, guys, for $29.95. No, you don't. Just use your stupid old sockets that you got 48 million of, because it's gonna do the same thing. Just saying. I've done it before with just sockets. You want to spend the extra cash on the actual tool? Go ahead. Okay? So we're just gonna blow some of these out of here. Yeah, I might fumble around a bit, whatever. It is what it is. We gotta loosen up your vise, because this thing's barely big enough to do this. Right there in the middle. Get them lined up. Kind of easier with two people, because then one guy can work the vise and the other guy can just hold the crap straight. But you'll get her. If I don't break my vise. And when it goes, it goes. It's all going to fall on the floor. So I'm going to get ready to catch it. Just like that. That was my socket. But here you go. You can see all the needle bearings pretty much fall off of there. And you don't want that in your motor, guys. So these actually look, being that it's a Corvette, maybe these are a different system. Where is it? They got more of a captured inside to them. Dual piece, but like I said, I don't remember from the old, the 6 liter. So yeah, we're just gonna throw them all in the bucket here and make our way through them all. Yeah, you just wasted your money because you already had the Corvette ones. That's what I'm gonna hear from nobody, because nobody with a Corvette comments. So, I don't know. Even if they did, they probably don't know what they got. They just got their jorts and their New Balance shoes and their tucked in Corvette shirt. No offense, Corvette guys, but it's a funny look. So we're just gonna keep going here on the rest of these 10,000 rocker arms, and then yeah, we'll get back to you when we're, well, I'm gonna show you. Probably do a time lapse, but we'll show you putting them back in. All right. Alrighty, we got all those mothers out of there, and that's what that looks like in the box. Just a massacre. Just a freaking massacre, guys. Well, anyways, so it's been a while since I've done this, so I took the liberty on my own time, my own merit, to do the first one, guys. Just so I didn't look a fool like I normally do to you guys. So, yeah, not too bad. Little different version than my other ones. The steel part on here, the centerpiece on my other ones, they had like a spiral oil groove that went through them. These are more or less just straight around, basically. Trying to get one out of the package here with my fumbling of fingers. Ah, jeez. So, yeah, those are just straight Lubisky oil channels. Like I said, my other ones went on they were on an angle, spirally. Probably a little better version. And they were about $100 more, so that's probably why. I don't know. But we'll throw one in here for you guys to see how I'm doing this. Again, just using some different sockets than when I took them out to put them back in. So we'll set you down here and we'll throw one of these together. And I'm using a little bit of assembly lube and everything just to make everything a little easier. So now, what did I do on the last one? See, these rockers do have a different side. See this right here? Compared to the other side. I learned when I was taking these apart that it was harder with my big socket on this side because it wanted to roll around, but on this side with the big flats on it, she stayed nice and flat. So, and then in the motor, they're all going this way on the passenger side, and then when you get to the driver's side, they're the other way. And you can't really mess it up, because if you took one from over there and put it over here, never mind. Just whatever. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stick her on the non-biggie side. I think that's what I did the first time, and I did it backwards and it was a little hard, so just try and line this up as straight as you can. Just be easy with it. You don't want to wreck your brass part. And it pops right in. Let's get her flush. Now we're gonna put a little more lube on these oil rings here. Boy, my refrigerator is throwing off some heat. It's right below me here. The old fridge from like 1980. Son of a camper special, guys. My dad's love truck camper that he built. Anyway, so I'm gonna stick her in there. It's like meh. And you gotta get your other little if your slimy fingers can get it out of there. Get your other guy, your wedding ring. Get her in the position. And you take your like 16 millimeter or your 5/8 socket, either one. Fits over this guy, because you don't want to be pressing on that in the vise. And you open your vise again. Back and forth, back and forth. And then you can't get it totally in because this brass part's only going to go in until it hits the steel part. That's when you got to use 2 sockets. Right there. Just be easy on the cranking, guys. See, it's flush. So now you got to grab your other sockalito and push her on in the rest of the way. It's a bit of a struggle, but you can do it. Come on now. That's all she wrote. Yeah, so that's basically it. You just got to put your O-rings. I don't know where I put them. Here they are. These little fellers. I'm gonna stick one on. I'll stick one on. Grab your little snap ring and your pliers. This is my, what is this? This is a crazy unit. Anyway, it's probably gonna go flying because I'm showing you. Like you don't know how to put a snap ring on, I don't know. Both sides. Then your DUN. There's a flat side and a round side, like where they were stamped out, just like washers have. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it matters, but should probably put the round side to the inside because that's where it runs on the brass. That's what I'm gonna do. Seems right in the brain. Yeah. So that's that, guys and girls. Trunnion upgrade. And then make sure when you put these in, like this right now, is upside down. See how it's rounded? You want the flat part. Obviously it rides on the bolt. Like now. See it? It's flat. So these parts sit down on your pedestal. Alrighty guys, we're back. It's been a few days. I was doing the rocker trunnion kit, and my little person, my daughter, came over with her little person, and we got busy. Sorry. So it's been a few days. I've been busy doing other things, but now we're back, and we're gonna throw these rockers in and these push rods. And yeah, there's a little sequence. I don't know. I hear it doesn't matter. Some people say it matters. I don't know. I'm going to try and do it the right way. But anyways, push rods here. I got them all. Took them out of the bag. And they're a little sticky. So I brake cleaned them all. And I shot brake clean through the tube, guys. And then I looked down each one of them with my peeper. Make sure there's no chunks, if you will. You want chunks in there, all right? So then, with these new trunnion kits, comes with these new bolts. Allen bolt instead of the old stocker doodad with the top. So we're gonna throw them into. You think you pretty much have to. So I don't know what the deal was, but maybe they didn't fit in there or something. I don't remember. I don't know. They fit in there. I don't know. sent them for a reason. Thought I had a reason. I don't remember, guys. So we're gonna throw them in, and I got my pedestals in there already. And they say to have this here on top dead center of your compression stroke, and you can put some paper towel in the #1 piston and turn this thing around, and that thing's gonna go. So, and then it also says that the keyway will be at like the 130 position. I don't know if you can see in there, but it's up here in the corner somewhere. 130-ish, I don't know. So we're gonna go with that. And then, yeah, there's a sequence. So, yeah, bear with me on this one. Alrighty, boys and girls, I got all these things ready to go. Put some sauce under the tip, on the push rod end, and also in the pedestal. Yeah, and again, guys, make sure all your flat spots are up on your trunnions and the round part is down on the pedestal. Then we're gonna go with the sequence here, which tells us on top dead center at the 130 position on the keyway, they want you to tighten the exhaust valves 1, 2, 7, and 8, and the intake 1, 3, 4, and 5. So we're gonna do that, 22 foot-pounds, and then we're gonna rotate this thing 360 degrees and do the rest of them. So, yeah, what have I got? I gotta find my torque wrench here. Set you guys down for a second. Alright, here we go. Torquing down, 22 foot-pounds. We're gonna start off with, what are we at here? #1, exhaust. So that'll be one with your exhaust hole. In right here, the one directly above that, that's your exhaust. What's the line here? #1. We're gonna go to #2 exhaust, #7. This is #7, so we're gonna do the exhaust, which is the back one here. #8. More. Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is, guys. This is not a high production money thing. It's low budget. There's that one. And then #2 exhaust. The front one here. Alright, and I'm gonna switch over to intake on 1.3. Intake is right here. #1. And #3. Alright, now we're going to rotate this thing. I got her in the straight down position, a ratchet down there. Now it's going to go one around. Simple, right? Simple. So they say. Right about there. Alrighty, boys and girls, there she be. I did end up putting a little bit of really light Loctite on them bolts. It's, like I said before, barely works on my RC cars, so it ain't gonna hurt nothing on here. And put all the lube on, guys, before I put the valve covers on here. And once I got the oil pan put on, I'm gonna pour some oil on it. And I'm probably gonna end up priming this thing right here with the bolt on the side. You pull that out, put a bunch of fittings on there, and you could, there's various different ways of priming this, pressurizing things and pushing oil through this thing until it starts coming out up here. Rotate it, and you can hear it all squeezing through the little orifices. So, all right, we're gonna go from here and probably get this balancer put on. I might recheck some things with the location of these covers. I don't know. I'm watching other videos and I'm just, whatever. I should just leave it. But yeah, I'm gonna try and get this pan on, and then we're gonna get this thing stuck in there this week sometime and see if I got to butcher out my cross member at all. But on other notes, remember I showed you the quick performance axles. We had a little mishap there. That was a big mishap. I don't know. I was going to shorten this 9-inch, and I figured it was like the 8.8 inch here, where you cut the long side of the tube, which is the driver's side, and you just get another passenger side axle, and you cut it down that difference. So you just got two basically stock passenger side axles. So that's what I figured I needed from the old the 9-inch. But turns out, I mean, that's kind of why I called in the first place, because I didn't have none of the junk with this thing. I just had a housing. I just figured that it would be the same. Passenger side short, driver's side long. It's the opposite, guys. Ford, what are you doing? You don't... Oh. Engineers, come on. Work with a guy. So, we both got it wrong. So I got two of the driver's side axles, which one will work if I don't cut this 9-inch down, which I have sitting right down in here. Just, I was mocking things up. So I had to order a long side. And what needed to be is I needed the stock long one, and then I needed the short side to be even shorter. But luckily enough, if I want to narrow this down, there's 5 inches of spline on the short axle that I previously have, or have already. And only like 1.5 inches engages into the positive traction unit. So I can cut it if I want to narrow it. I might just throw it in there stock just to alleviate my brain. So anyways, talked to Quick Performance again. The dude I talked to was awesome. And guys, anytime, I had some other things when I ordered my 9-inch with my Chevelle, and they made it right. So they always make it right. They're cool. They're easy to deal with. Awesome guys. And this stuff, this axle took, what, 2 days to get here? That's pretty good. I mean, they're in Iowa, but the North Dakota side of Iowa. I'm on the Michigan side of Wisconsin. Monsoon skin. So anyways, I'm going to dig into this box because I got it maybe yesterday? I don't remember. Well, the dude, I'm sorry, I forgot his name. Mr. at Quick Performance, who helped me the 3rd time. And there's a bazillion staples in this thing. You can hurt yourself with that. Hurt yourself, guys. I'm gonna maim myself here trying to open this box. Oh, oh God. Oh boy. Oh. Hot man throat, guys. So, Mr. Cool Guy at Quick Performance. I don't have like a build sheet or anything in here that says my salesman guy's name, so yeah, I forgot. Anyways, my hair's a mess here. What's left of it? Anyways, he was like, yeah, man, we'll send you a banner for your shop. And he's like, what shirt size you wear? I was like, El Grande. So yeah, he threw that in too. So what we're looking at here, looks like we got us a Quick Performance banner and a shirt and some stickers. And, ooh, maybe some can koozies. We'll dig right into that. We'll see what we got here. Kinds of stickers. Dos can couleurs. There's a shirt. It's a Quick Performance shirt for me to wear. thanks to those guys over at Quick Performance. You guys are awesome. I will keep doing business with you guys. You always come through. And axle looks like an axle. Packaged really well, guys. There ain't no banging these things up. Little cardboard in here. All kinds of junk in there. So, yeah, and for my, here's the banner. She's nice. Real nice. Yeah, well, anyways, they're letting me send that other one back that I messed up, or we messed up on. And they're gonna resell it, so that's cool. And yeah, that really helps out because I was a little scared. Guys. When you do all this with these axles, it's not that cheap. So yeah, hopefully we're on the right track now. I gotta send this 9-inch out. I'm gonna get it blasted. Inside's kind of crummy, so I want to get that all cleaned out of there, and then I can get on this 9-inch project. I still got to order my center section, so I'm gonna do that pronto. 4L80E coming from a buddy who, Justin over here, let me borrow his center section here for measuring purposes. Got one of them coming from him, so I'm gonna try and get this stuff all rigged up in there and see what we got to do for cutting the frame and possibly for making a transmission cross member. The ones that are in these S10s are kind of goony. They're like low on one side and they hump up on the other side and they mount sideways, and I don't know. I got one here up there in the attic. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got tubes. That was a Chevelle one. It's got tubes welded in it from the first headers I got when I did my Chevelle, and they ended up not working, so I sent the headers back, and then my tubes were in the wrong spot. Might end up using that. So anyways, guys, we're gonna end this one here. Thanks a lot for watching. Hit that like button, guys, and subscribe, and tell your buddies. Share it on Facebook, share it on Instagram, all on Twitter blogging sites or whatever they are. I don't know. But until next time, guys, thanks for hanging out. Mart's Weld Shop.